everybody, welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I wanted to show you really quick the method that I use for my hair scrunchies for my Etsy shop. Here is a sample, and yeah, I figured I'd take you along with me on this short video, and I hope you enjoy, guys. So the first thing I do is figure out how I want my fabric to go. And the measurements for my scrunchies, I usually do 4 inches by 30, but I decided to add a little bit more fluff to it. It looks better. So I'm doing a 5-inch by 30. So let's go ahead and cut the 5-inch. So let's go ahead and cut the 5-inch. And then 30 on the length. Some more coffee. And that's it. On this particular fabric, this is a giraffe fabric, and I got this one at Hobby Lobby. And you can use it both ways because it's both the same feeling, the same texture. So you can use any side. So I'm getting used to making videos like this, guys. This is the first video that I'll be doing sort of a tutorial. I'm not good at it, but I'm actually going to practice. So this is a good practice. So here is the 5 by 30. So let's take it over to the sewing machine and I'll show you how I sew it. So the first thing I do is fold it in half and just do a straight stitch. And this stitch length is 2.5, and I think it's perfect for the scrunchies. Back stitch. Okay. So I did the straight stitch, and now I'm going to fold it like a burrito. Kind of like a burrito. And then you're gonna fold. You gotta make sure that this piece here doesn't get cut up when you're sewing. So go ahead and fold your taco. Here's the edge. And do a straight stitch all the way. You can start pretty much anywhere. I'm gonna start here. You don't have to start in the beginning because you're gonna do the whole thing anyways. So here is the inside of the taco. So I'm gonna make sure that it stays in there and I don't sew over it. So I'm gonna go ahead and stitch it. So make sure your back stitch. And this is where the fun begins, because you're gonna start pulling it. So right now, make sure your taco filling, that's what I call it, it's inside. Keep stitching. So again, make sure you're pushing it in so you're not sewing over it. Okay, so this is when you're gonna start to pull the filling, as I call it. There you go. And line it up again. And here's the line for the bottom, and here's the line for the top that I stitched, the first stitch that I did, the straight stitch. So I'm gonna line those up together. Let me bring it down a little bit. Okay, here we go. Make sure that they line up. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I like to make sure it's perfect because these are the ones that I do have on my Etsy shop. So go ahead and line it up. And stitch right across, and then again pull your filling. Make sure the filling's in so you don't stitch over it. I like this method. I just think it's so relaxing. I made a whole bunch of them the other day, and it's just relaxing for me. I'll put some nice music on and just make a few at a time, and I just think it's just so good to it's just good for your mind, for your soul. So here we go. Keep on stitching. Here we go with the filling again. Make sure the filling is in. So pull. Make sure your filling's in. Stitch again. We're almost there. Again, pull, hold on the back here and pull. Again, make sure you're filling. I cannot stress it enough because I have done this before. I stitch over the filling, so it's a waste of fabric. Okay, go. So here is the beginning of my stitch right here. And I'm gonna go ahead and leave the opening so we can reverse the fabric. So let's go ahead and finish the stitching. Backspace, back stitch, not backspace. Guess I'm used to doing that at work. So you will leave that little half an inch or an inch opening, and that's it. So let's go ahead and turn this around and put the elastic. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab the elastic. And I also have this little tool that I use. It's the best tool I got. Got this on Amazon. I don't know what it's called, but I could link it on the bottom. But this is like the best tool for the elastic. And the measurements for the elastics, you can either do 7 or 8. I do 8 because when you tie the knot, you take it away from it. So 8 is the length I'm going for. So let's go ahead and turn this around. This is the taco. And let's go ahead and turn this around. So I just put my finger in here, just grab it and just make sure it is in the right side, and voila. So I always make sure that it's nice and tight. Stitches are nice. I always make sure I look at all that before I sell them. Make sure the stitches are nice and tight. Nothing went wrong, but I do that at the machine anyways. But so let's go ahead and find the little opening that we left. This one's a dark fabric, so it's like, let's look for it. So here's the opening. So this is where this comes in handy. And let's clip it here. And I usually hold this side and then just put the elastic through, pull here. This little tool is like the best thing that they invented, I tell you. There's so many good things out there to make your job easier. This is why I say that it's so relaxing to make these. See how quick that was? It's just so relaxing for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a few more. So here's the elastic, and go ahead and make a knot. If I can make the knot. Sometimes it just takes a while. Here we go. So make sure you make that knot nice and tight. And this is when I sew this together, the little opening, and then I'll fix it all up. So I'm gonna go ahead and stitch the little opening, and I'll be right back. So I went and stitched the opening closed, and I'm going to clean it up now. Some little scissors. I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up now. Make sure everything's nice and clean. So it looks pretty clean. And then I have this like little fuzz from the thread that I can't really cut. So I just take the lighter, just lightly, just burn that, and that's it. So now it's when I put it on my wrist and just make sure that that line is all lined up. And we got ourselves a nice scrunchie. Nice and full. So this is how I make my scrunchies. And I put them, I get them all ready and put the, I have a scrunchie wrap, like this one here, that I put on. It just says hand wash only. My logo's at the bottom, and that's it. This is how I make my scrunchies. I hope you enjoy the video.